My name is Paul. I'm a CE5/6 quadriplegic. Had my accident in 1998 when I was 16 years old and have been working for the last 8 years. I currently work in financial services, doing customer service. I plan my day, my routine around being able to be at work for that 8-hour block plus the travel time around it and so forth. So I'm up early in the morning and so forth, and I've got, as I said, the care when I need when I get home as well. What I eat and when I eat, what I drink and when I drink, revolving around, as I said, the issues of bladder and bowel. That's really important and so forth, so I can manage myself for that time. I'm not independently able to go to the toilet and things like that during work hours here at work. So being able to manage that is very important, but also to maintain my health. To be dehydrated or to be malnourished and so forth obviously isn't good for your health at the same time and so forth. So it's a very fine balancing act. I have found some continence products and so forth that I use now through the internet. If something is not there presented in front of me and stuff, is going out and doing the investigative things myself to be able to set myself up, to be able to manage my routine, to allow me to do a job and to go and to do things as a normal person would. And the advantage of me becoming as independent as I can is that it allows me to do other things outside of work. I can go out and have the day and go out and do things, or I can have a night at the pub and whatever and stuff by myself. What was initially for the benefit of work and stuff has been such a greater benefit for me. It's really fantastic for my quality of life.
Yeah, I've never employed anyone with a spinal injury before, and to be honest, I never really knew what to expect. Even when Paul turned up for the interview, I didn't realise he was going to be in a wheelchair. So my initial fears, though, were pretty much dissolved by the end of the interview. He has a lot of confidence. He prepared really well for the interview. He was supremely positive during the whole interview, and he answered every question really well, and he just has a great vibe. So I just thought, this guy can do the job just as well as anybody else.
I'm very okay with things and comfortable with things being spoken about and presenting myself as a quadriplegic, because that's what I am. So I might as well be comfortable about it. So it was not something that I shied away from at all, and I encouraged questions about when I had interviews for jobs and so forth that may seem personal, because those questions are sort of natural curiosities that people have, and so I certainly encourage an open forum about getting those things out there and allaying any fears that any potential employers have.
Well, to be honest, working with Paul, I haven't noticed any different whatsoever. To me, it's almost as if he's actually not even on a wheelchair. He gets, gets by with his work. He does what he does, the same as anybody else, and it comes with the great and positive attitude that Paul has.
Again, part of the things I did before I actually got into employment was setting myself up with as minimal modifications and so forth as I needed. So I can manage a normal computer, a normal keyboard, a normal mouse. One of the first things I did when I was very young on, when I was at school and so forth, was that I wanted a power wheelchair, which I use to get in and around the place, but to be quite small and compact, so it can fit under desks, so it can fit in regular lifts, so it can fit into meeting rooms and so forth.
In terms of the office environment, we've only had to make a few changes for Paul, and that's been around the printers. So all the printers in the floor were originally at standing height, but now we have a printer that is at a height where he can reach it.
Because you spend so much of your life at work and stuff, you do something that you really enjoy rather than you endure. So I'm going back to uni and going to go and study urban planning and be an urban planner or be involved in the planning process, which does feed back also into the disability field, and it's an opportunity for me to give back as a person with a disability.